Hi from New York. It's the show that is wishing you a very happy Memorial Day. It's First Things First. Today, Game 7. Tonight, how will the heroics and heartbreak of this shot, not this one, it's actually this one, affect tonight's game? Meanwhile, DeAndre Hopkins released. Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore, question mark? What's the best landing spot for the superstar wide receiver? And finally, how many toes down are the Raiders on Jimmy G's foot? Alongside Chris Broussard, the king of the toe analogy, I'm Kevin Wildes. Nick, how are you feeling about Jimmy G?
I mean, at some point, we're going to have to stop talking about a guy who doesn't play. At some point. Today's not the point, but at some point, we'll get there.
Well, LeBron hasn't played, and we keep on getting him.
Thanks, Mike Malone.
Oh, Michael Malone's going to be upset with the G-Block. We start with the brink of history. 151 teams have been down 0-3. None have ever come back. Only 4 have ever made it to Game 7. 5 now being the Celtics.
No, they're the 4th.
4 now being the Celtics. And none have ever had a Game 7 played on their home court, but the Celtics do. Playoff Jimmy Butler is confident that history will not be made tonight. Take a listen.
We're going to do it as a unit every single time. And we're going to be in this thing together. I know that for a fact, you know. When we huddle up after the game, after a tough loss like this one, you know, everybody's smiling because we know we're very capable of it, I'm telling you, and we're not going to let up. I'm not going to let anybody quit. I'm not going to let our guys quit. I don't give a damn what happens. We're going to go in there. We're going to win.
Okay. Brew, who you got?
Who I got?
Yeah, here we go.
Who I got? Why are you asking me that?
Well, because we've asked this question several times, and you said the Celtics.
No.
And then you said
you're
the
a
Heat.
Notorious flip-flopper is why.
You know what?
Because you picked Boston to get swept.
I figured, first I picked Boston to win the series.
Yeah, and then you picked them to get swept.
I expected this response from you two.
Okay.
So I
because you
did
knew
some
it was true.
digging.
Oh, good.
Okay. Y'all don't dig. See, y'all come on here and y'all just go against the rules of the show. I know. May with bass at full throttle.
This idiot.
Celebrate, gloat, or drop banners.
Excellent.
Okay.
I'm not even going to drop banners till tomorrow.
Okay, hold on.
But right now, that's the bylaws.
Okay,
it does ring a
you
bell.
got your little bylaws, but you don't read them.
I've got them all right here. I've never seen that exact.
That's in there.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Hold on. Because I know you want to get.
the rules. I didn't write the bylaws.
Okay, I know you want to get to the cogent analysis of why you have Boston, but just so we're clear. So that is acknowledging that midway through the series, you flipped to Miami, but now you are flipping back to Boston.
Flip is hard.
Well, okay.
You momentary lapse.
Okay, got it.
But it was completely rational.
Okay, so now
That's 150 and
Foolish if you went the other way.
Exactly. The Lakers were down 3-0 and I never had such a lapse.
Probably should have.
I never did. Maybe I should have, but I never did. But that's why I'm Mr. Consistency.
You weren't toes down.
He's that. That's why. No, because I don't speak of my feet the way you do.
Here.
But go ahead. Why do you have Boston tonight?
Well, and look, despite the lapse, didn't I come on here and give several reasons why Boston possibly could make history? I did. I said they're the better team. They're the more talented team. They have the home court advantage, which Nick scoffed at.
Yeah.
All right.
Which I still do.
They're better with their backs against the wall. All of those things have come to pass. And the three-point era. This is the three-point shooting era where we see in the midst of a game and in the midst of a series, things ebb and flow a lot more than they ever used to. So for those reasons, I thought Boston would come back and win. Look, Nick, I got nothing but respect for the Heat. But the game was game 6.
Yep.
The game was game 6.
Why?
Because not only because it was at home, everybody said, if they don't win it, I never felt that. If they don't win this game, it's over. I don't think I'm picking Boston, but, Miami, I respect them. But here's the deal. Strategically, all right, Boston shot 20% from 3.
Yeah.
Worst of the season for them. Miami shot 46% from 3. Had 17 offensive rebounds, one off their season high, and only committed 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
And still lost at home.
Can I jump in? Because if you would,
Yeah,
because we can play that game both ways, though. Because,
there are things that happen.
because Bam was 4 of 16 and Jimmy was 5 of 21. So that means their two best players were 9 of 37 combined. So that is, what's that, 24% from the field? So while you're right, Boston likely isn't going to be that bad from three, even though Tatum and Brown for this series, 6 games now, are 16 of 77 from three, a combined 21%. That's beneath Wilds' LeBron line, where he thinks they should stop shooting them.
Just
give them
LeBron
the
line.
Dylan
That's
Brooks
what they do.
treatment. No, I mean, it's you called it you were like, it's like the Mendoza line, but it's LeBron shooting
No, I
threes.
said
You
the
did a whole
Caitlin
bit
Clark
about
line.
it.
Just
It's neither here nor
go
there.
ahead and shoot LeBron.
Here's the deal. If Boston wants to win tonight, it has to be a blowout. Because they can't, even in victory, you can't feel good about how they closed Game 6. They allow a 15-4 run. They foul a three-point shooter. They miss. They didn't get a good final look. Duncan Robinson in that game
It was a
had
good
two,
shot, though.
I'm
It was
sorry. Marcus Smart?
Yeah, I mean, look, they couldn't get it to Tatum or Brown. I'm just saying the shot was good. It was darn near in and out.
Oh,
It was in
no.
and out.
He
That's all
made
I'm
the
saying.
most
Yes,
of what it was.
Right.
I agree with that,
Right.
but that's not what you're hoping for a Marcus Smart turnaround off balance, say 3 or long 2. And there were down the stretch of that game of seeing Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson had two wide open practice shots that were missed. I do not trust Boston's late game execution. I didn't in the regular season.
Fair.
I didn't last postseason. I haven't throughout these playoffs. Last year, if you remember, in the Game 7 that they won, it was a 13-0 or 11-0 Miami run in the final 3.5 minutes to take what looked like not a blowout, but an easy victory down to the wire. And this is where I don't think the home court is as advantageous as it is historically. It's not just that Boston has been bad at home last year and this year in the playoffs. It's also, to me, that is added. I don't think Miami's going to crumble under pressure. I don't think it's that type of team. I don't think that's what we've seen at any point in this series, is that the pressure's gotten to them. I think the nervous energy of a home crowd that has seen this team fall apart down the stretch can be an infectious force. And so, for all those reasons, I still like Miami.
Here's where I agree. I'm not worried about. I don't think the crowd's going to hurt them at all. I don't think it matters where Boston plays. I agree. Like, if this was in Miami, I'd feel the same way. Like, their home court obviously hasn't been a huge advantage, although I'd rather play at home if I had my chance. But I agree with you. I think Boston has to either blow them out, as they did Philadelphia and last year with Milwaukee in Game 7, or they have to have, kind of like Game 6, a nice double-digit lead. Not a full blowout, but you're up 12
but a comfortable lead throughout.
Right. Because I agree. They haven't been good down the stretch, and Miami has. So I agree they have to win.
You don't think the home court on Memorial Day with
Memorial Day?
Oh man,
maybe if it were Arbor Day. I mean,
let's just say I don't
If
think
it was St. Patrick's
everybody's
Day.
been drinking Diet Cokes all day.
So
they're
what-
going to
so
go
a
in
more
there. It's going to
drunk
be
crowd?
No, it's just a lively crowd. It's
Yeah.
a lively crowd that didn't have to go work in an office building and then go to the stadium.
I don't know if it was Memorial Day, but I watched Boston lose a Game 7 at home in the Eastern Conference Finals 5 years ago. That was
To LeBron James.
to LeBron.
No, I understand it was still
That's
LeBron.
different.
No, I totally get that. But that was also a team whose
And the Boston
supporting
team was
cast
young.
was as poor, if not worse, than
yeah.
Miami's. The 2018 Cavs were awful.
But Boston was not this Boston either. All these guys were
100%. 100% agree. I know that. Listen, you're the mayor of Fair.
Yeah, Mayor Fair.
Bruce, the wise elder in Cogent Analysis, and you have different roles that I play on this show, but I am also the person that does believe in sports gods and basketball gods more than most.
It's a little bit of a.
I know you don't like it.
Your weak link.
You don't like it. I believe in it. Okay, can we agree on this premise? Whomever loses this series, it is crushing. In historic fashion. And I know we'll talk about that more later. For Miami to blow a 3-0 lead, even as the 8 seed is crushing. And for Boston to have clawed all the way back, get the Game 7 at home against an 8 seed, be a big favorite, and know you have the home court in the finals on the line, a loss would be crushing. I don't think Miami deserves that type of heartbreak for this type of series and this type of season. As an 8 seed, not giving up, staying true to, instead of freaking out at the trade deadline and overpaying for a Kyrie Irving, saying, no, we have enough. Saying, no, we're going to build, doing what a lot of other teams did.
That logic did the Lakers, for all they did this year, rallying from 2-10, making a great trade deadline move,
but that
deserved to get swept.
But it was not that wasn't heartbreaking, and they kind of did.
No, it wasn't heartbreaking, but it looked bad. It was a bad look.
I get that, but Denver had more continuity. They had the best player on the court. They had all that stuff. I just don't think